Hey guys, Charles Damiano back from the Bruce Lee collection for another exciting episode, and once again I'm here with my Bruce Lee brother, Hector Martinez.
Charlie Damiano!
Back at your place, man.
Hey, you live here.
Back at your place. So
I'm going to start charging them rent.
Yes. Before we start, I just wanted to kind of, I know a lot of you guys have been reaching out about what's been going on the channel, and just so you know, I'm going to still be posting episodes. I may not post them as frequently until I kind of get through this challenge I'm having with YouTube right now on, supposedly me using content that I shouldn't be using. They call it reuse content. So I'm sure I can get through this. So thank you guys for continuing to support the channel and all your loyalty, and you'll still see these episodes coming out. I know you love them, but you may not see them as frequently until after December, when I'm going to try to get back to a normal schedule. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's happening. But with no further ado, I want to get to this beautiful figure, because I know a lot of the fans have been asking me, when you're doing your next Brandon Lee or Crow episode, because we have a lot of fans that cross over from Bruce Lee to Brandon Lee, right?
Oh yeah.
So Hector, I'm really excited today to kind of share this figure with the audience, because this is a really unique statue, and it's I know it caught my eye when it first came out. So tell us a little bit about how you picked it up, when you picked it up, and is it limited in quantity? Why don't you give us a little background on that? And then I want to talk about, I know you did something really special with it, and we'll get into that later in the episode as well. So just tell us first a little bit about the statue.
Well, actually, this is it's by Sideshow.
Okay.
It's a great statue by Sideshow Collectibles, and it's known as the Eric Draven the Crow Sideshow Premium Statue.
There we go.
It's a mouthful.
It really is.
But it's an extraordinary piece, man. And the reason I picked it up is because it actually reminds me of Brandon. It's got Brandon's both his masculine yet soft looks.
Yeah.
Because Brandon was a pretty boy.
He really was.
I didn't conceive Brandon as a rugged action star like a Steven Seagal.
Yeah, same here.
Or a Chuck Norris. Yeah. But Brandon was a nice looking kid. But he was also a martial artist.
Yeah.
So he had that strong presence. Then again, being Bruce Lee's son.
Yeah. He had a similar charisma on screen as his dad.
Yeah.
And even better looking, right? And
nice looking kid, absolutely.
His looks. I mean, that's why he became a celebrity. I think he had the looks. He had the fighting skill.
Indeed.
He was tall. He had a great physique. So he had a lot of the attributes they look for in Hollywood. So
and this statue, the artist that sculpted this statue actually captured his masculine and again his soft looks.
Yeah, I think you're right. When I saw it come out, I believe it was $600 at the time. It really caught my eye. Not only because it was so lifelike, but because I liked the dimension they did. I'm used to seeing small statues, 12 inches. And what's the height on this statue?
This one is 22 inches tall.
Okay, it's almost 2 feet. This one.
Yeah. Wow. It's 22 inches tall, and it's limited to 2,500.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So it's a limited
2,500 pieces. Yeah, and it's nice because it's a combination. It's sculpted like the statue is sculpted, the crow bird, the shotgun, but the jacket is made of some kind of
vinyl. Yeah, it actually flows. It moves a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, how much of it did you have to put together? Did it come disassembled, or did you just have to put him on the base?
Oh, it's very simple.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, very simple to put together. The hands pop on his wrists. The head, naturally, the shotgun comes already with the hand.
Oh, in the hand.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's a hand holding the shotgun, and it pops in the wrist. The head you pop in, and then you put him on the base.
And that's it.
And also his Shelley Webster's ring.
Oh, okay.
The necklace.
Okay.
Yeah. So that goes over his neck, but it's very, very easy to. And then you got to mold his trench coat.
Yeah.
So, I kind of worked it out to look like the wind is blowing it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Since you brought up a necklace, I kind of just wanted to take a step back and ask you about the necklace that you have on your neck, because you mentioned that, and when I walked into your apartment today, it really popped on the black T-shirt, and I never seen that before. Is there some significance behind there, or something special about why you're wearing that today?
Yeah, this is it's very special because this one belonged to my mom.
Oh, it did. It's beautiful.
Thank you, Charlie. It was a necklace. I don't normally wear this type of jewelry, but the thing is that my mother wore this regularly. And the day that she went into the ER, naturally you have to remove your jewelry.
Yeah.
So I had removed this necklace from my mom, and I put it in my bag, and it was still there.
Oh, okay.
So I decided to wear it today as in memory of my mother.
Oh, that's really beautiful, man. That's really beautiful. And what is it, a cross?
It's actually a cross. It's a golden cross.
And it looks like rubies are in them or something, right?
Rubies,
yeah, it's beautiful, man. Wow.
So, So I'm wearing this in memory of my mother, Margaret Irizarry.
Well, that's
my
beautiful.
queen.
Yes. Well, that's beautiful, man. Well,
thank you, Charlie.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I
no
appreciate
problem.
that.
So getting back to the statue. So the other thing that's interesting of this is this film. In the film, or did they kind of just give him this pose, or do you remember the scene where he actually was walking with the shotgun and the fire? Because I think it may have been something in the film. Do you remember when?
You're correct. It's actually it is part of the film. It's actually when he went into Gideon's pawn shop.
Oh, okay.
And he went in there looking for his engagement ring.
The ring.
The ring that belonged to his fiancée, Shelley Webster. So he eventually does find it, and but he left Gideon and the pawn shop a present. He blew it up.
I remember, and then he's walking away, right?
He's walking away.
Fire's there.
Yeah.
You see the explosion in the background.
Yeah. I like when he says, "Gasoline is do I smell gasoline?"
And then he
boom, and he shoots it in there.
Yeah.
But it's cool because there's a scene when the crow gently flies and lands on his shoulder. So I mean, it's a great piece. It's not like the average crow statue.
Yeah, where he's like this with the crow. And there's so many of those they put out. It was tight, and this is a different pose now, which is one of the reasons I really liked it. In addition to the size of it.
Yeah, and then he's walking on flames.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
Because the bass is amazing. I mean, just the way they did the bass.
Yeah. No, this is just phenomenal. I know you're a big crow fan, and so am I. But your crow collection is like second to none. But you did something really special with the statue, and I remember I couldn't make it when you told me what you were doing, and I was maybe working that day or wasn't around. But tell us what you did that makes this even more unique than it is. On this statue and how that came about.
Well, you know, Charlie, I you know that I always mention to you that the older we get, we start to cut back on collecting.
Yes.
So originally, I wasn't really planning on getting the statue, but when I found out that James O'Barr and Rochelle Davis, who plays Sarah in The Crow, the little girl on the skateboard, when I found out that they were going to be near me doing a signing, I says, well, you know, it's the perfect opportunity for me to get the statue. So that's really partly why I decided to acquire the statue. So they were at this place called CradleCon in Long Island.
So it's like a convention, like a Comic-Con, but it's called CradleCon.
Exactly, but it's a very small venue.
Okay.
It's very small, and it's kind of like a local, I mean, not many people know about it. So I was a bit surprised that, you know, James O'Barr, the creator of The Crow, was going to be there. As well as Rochelle Davis. So I says, you know what, let me buy the statue, and so I did, and I took the statue. I went out there with the missus and with my daughter and our little granddaughter, and we had a really great time. Met James O'Barr and Rochelle, and they signed it for me.
Wow! Now, where did you get it signed?
I got James O'Barr to sign on the thigh.
The thigh, I see it over there. We'll do a close-up of that also, this way people could see. And he did a beautiful signature, not too big, he didn't scribble, he made it really nice and neat. So
Indeed.
And James O'Barr, for those who don't know, he was the author, right, of the book, right, and the Crow, the writer.
He is the creator of the character Eric Draven and wrote the Underground comic.
Yes.
So he signed the thigh, and he also signed, which we'll show your audience later, the base, the bottom of
the bottom.
The base.
So you have two signatures.
Two signatures,
And on his thigh.
The thigh and the bottom of the base. I didn't have Rochelle sign the statue because she actually signed my crow bust.
I know. Now, did you already have her signature on the crow bust because you met her once before, right?
A couple of years ago.
Yeah. Did you bring the bust to remind her that she signed it or no?
I actually brought the bust so that James O'Barr would sign it.
Because you didn't have his signature on the bust.
I was missing his signature as well. So I had Bei Ling sign it. I had Rochelle Davis. And now James O'Barr.
Can you bring that bust over here a minute or no?
Yeah, he's, we'll bring it out to the audience.
Okay, maybe, you know what, we'll take a shot of it later, and we'll put it in there, because I like them to see that bust. And now, so besides all the other autographs on the bust, O'Barr's autograph is now on there as well.
He's there. We got, Bei Ling, who played Micah.
Yeah.
The Asian girl that says, I love her eyes.
Yeah, yeah,
She's got
yeah.
pretty eyes. So she signed it, Rochelle did, and yeah. But I just wanted James O'Barr's signature.
On this, yeah, no, this is a spectacular piece, man. I remember when John Negrone, I was over his house over the last summer, and he had it there, and he bought it as well, and I got a chance to see it for the first time before you had it, and I was floored by it. It was just so beautiful, but his is not signed. I mean, what makes yours even more unique is that you have the signature of the writer, creator, and producer of the actual book and comic book, and creator of The Crow.
Well, you know, the thing is being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, how was it meeting him? Was he friendly? Was he?
James O'Barr, he's such a great guy.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, no, James O'Barr. You know, the thing with James O'Barr is that James O'Barr does not come across as a celebrity.
Yeah.
James O'Barr's like your average guy. He's a comic book lover. But I look at him and I says, but bro, you're responsible for one of the most iconic, you know, films, and the one that Brandon Lee is much more memorable for.
Yeah.
But James O'Barr, you know what's funny? When I got to the convention, he was heading my direction.
Yeah.
And I'm like, James, this is me. James, where are you going? I need you, man. I brought my statue. He goes, I'll be with you in a minute. I gotta go to the men's room.
Meanwhile, you had the big statue.
Yeah, here I am carrying the statue.
That's funny.
And he tells me, I gotta go to the men's room. I'll be back. I says, hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he came back and we hung out and took tons of photos, which you're gonna show your audience.
Yeah, I want to place all those photos in the episode, because you have some cool photos with them and Rochelle, and you caught a lot of nice people there.
Yeah, Rochelle
is
she's a ham.
Is she?
Rochelle Davis is a. You know, Charlie, when I went to the to CradleCon to have my pieces signed, the bust and the statue. We went there with the crew jackets.
Yeah.
The Crow crew jacket. So my wife.
You brought them with you also? The original crew jacket?
The original crew jacket.
Great.
So the minute I got there, this is the funniest thing in the world, and this is actually true. Rochelle says, "Where did you get that? Where did you get that?" I says, I bought them. I purchased them a couple of years ago. She goes, "I'll buy one from you right now." And then James O'Barr comes in and he goes, "Oh, those are the Crow crew jackets. I don't even have one." He says, "How much you want for it?"
Wow.
So I got James O'Barr on one side and Rochelle Davis on the other, asking to purchase my my crew jackets.
Yeah. Well, she remembers them because she was on the set, right?
She actually said that her jacket was stolen from the set.
From the set.
From the set. Yeah.
Look at that.
So she's, but you know,
you probably have her stolen jacket.
I certainly hope not. Well, it can't be. It's a large.
I
it would have been a small, right?
Yeah.
But but I did take that. She goes, you know, this is my information. If you ever decide to sell the jacket, you know, reach out. And I said, hey, if I do sell them, you and James will be the first I will contact.
Well, I'm glad we were able to feature this on the show today. And being that you got this at, what was the con that you went to? What was the name of it?
It's called CradleCon.
CradleCon.
And it was in Long Island.
Because the reason I'm bringing that up is me and you are going to be going to another convention shortly, in probably the next month or so, called the Urban Action Showcase, right?
It's going to be amazing.
On November 11th, and that one is a convention that deals with all the action celebrities of the 80s, 90s, you know, anyone who was in action cinema, right?
Yeah.
And it's run by Demetrius Angelo, and we're going to be there, and Hector and I are going to set up a table with some really nice memorabilia and collectibles there. So if you guys want to visit us there, I'm going to put a link to purchase the ticket to Demetrius' show in the next 5 weeks. We'd love to see you there. And I'll leave it in the description below, as well as I'm going to leave you the link to this statue. So if you want to purchase this, you can just click the link and it'll take you to the site where you can order this beautiful crow statue as well. I'm sure it's almost, they came out, less than a year ago?
Yeah.
But they're probably still around, right?
No,
there's some you can get, because it's quite expensive. It's like $500 to $600, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you go on eBay, there's some sellers that actually ask for $500.
Yeah, wow.
So,
so you can find it.
You can still pick this statue.
Yeah.
It's not sold out or anything.
Great. Well, that's it for this episode, guys. I want to thank you guys for following us here today, and I want to say, as always, have fun collecting. And until we see you next time, you guys take care.
God bless.
That's a beautiful piece. Let me get a close up of her face here.
That's beautiful, Brandon. May he rest in peace. Brandon Bruce Lee. Eric Draven, the Avenger.